Alright, so in the next 5 minutes, I'll quickly explain how I help real estate agents move from $10,000 to around $37,000 or even $40,000 GCI in a short amount of time. The process I'll walk you through can be used for your own clients, regardless of whether you're in hardscaping, landscaping, or any other industry. The core principle remains the same. Now, this strategy can involve paid Facebook ads, but it can also be done through YouTube, Google, or any other platform. But here's the thing, we go just beyond ads. We incorporate AI infrastructures and several other systems to make sure our clients get the best possible results. Because in today's market, if you're only running Facebook ads, you're not going to stand out much, and it's about creating a more comprehensive system. So, the first 7 days after you onboard a client are absolutely crucial. In those 7 days, you need to focus on setting up their AI infrastructures, getting the backend all set up, and beginning to test advertisements like within the local area. At this stage, the right targeting is key. You need to look at your client's business and the targets, but also think about the ad targeting, whether it's Facebook, Google, or YouTube. For example, let's say I have a real estate agent client with a GCI of around $10,000 a month. The goal is to push up to 40,000, and I'll show how we get them done to about 37,800 in GCI. To do that, we look closely at Facebook ad targets, reverse engineer the metrics, and build from there. You'll hear me talking about reverse engineering a lot because it's one of the most important things to master in any marketing effort. Let's say the client is spending $100 per day on ads. That might sound a lot, but in reality, it ensures we are accountable to a certain standard within the business. We could spend less, maybe around $50 a day, but we generally prefer to stick with $100. But that ad spend, the cost per lead might come around to $20 per lead. This can vary, of course. Real estate agents tend to be more expensive than leads from for hardscaping or landscaping, where you can often get leads at a much lower cost. So, if we're getting 5 leads per day at $20 per lead, we then need to reverse engineer how many clients it will take from going to $10,000 to $40,000 in GCI. The key here is to look at the number of the total number of leads you're generating and then break that down into percentage from lead to appointment, from appointment to close, and so on. So let's assume that the lead to appointment booking rate is 20%. That would give us 30 appointments. But we also need to factor in the show up rate for those appointments. This varies a lot depending on the system you have in place. But for a well-oiled system, the show up rate should be somewhere around 60% to 80%. For some businesses, especially those with less refined process, the show up rate can be much lower. But for our clients, the reason we achieve great results is because we help them implement proper structures that nurtures lead effectively. That means the leads are warmer, they know what they want, and they're more likely to show up to appointments because they're already excited about the process. Once we have those appointments, we then consider the closing rate, which might range from 20% to 35%. If a client tells you they're closing at 80%, they're probably exaggerating. But with the systems we implement, our clients can realistically expect a solid closing rate, as the leads are serious and not just window shopping. These leads aren't working with any other real estate agents, they're actively looking to sell their homes soon. Now, based on those metrics, we can estimate around 4 active listings per month. These results are quite achievable. And I've seen media buyers hit even more impressive numbers, some getting around 100 listing appointments within just 3 months, which is actually very great. So these numbers we're talking about here are very attainable. When you're working with a client in real estate, hardscaping, or landscaping, the process is the same. You need to reverse engineer the metrics to determine how many projects or listing your client needs to reach their desired outcome. And over time, as the system improves and builds up, the numbers will start to grow consistently. For real estate, we also need to consider the average GCI per listing. I usually work with mid-range estimates so that the figures apply to everyone. Let's say we're working with clients in most affluent areas like New York, Texas, or California, where the average home value is around 350K. In some cases, we've also dealt with $1 million homes, but to keep things simple, we'll use more moderate numbers. If the average seller commission is around 2.7%, that gives us roughly 9,450 GCI per home. So, with 4 active listings per month, that's approximately $40,000 in GCI. This is exactly how we help real estate agents grow from $10,000 to $40,000 per month, and it's a repeatable, scalable process. Of course, we don't just rely on Facebook, Google, and YouTube ads alone. We also employ multiple acquisition systems to nurture leads, build credibility, and help our clients establish themselves within the marketplace. This not only brings in more leads, but also ensures that those leads are high quality and more likely to convert into sales. If you're in another industry like landscaping, hardscaping, or maybe pool contracting, the method remains the same. Instead of focusing on listing appointments, you can look at how many projects your client needs to complete to hit the target. It's really all about reverse engineering the metrics to reach the desired outcome. For example, if you're a pool contractor and your client needs to complete 10 projects per month to hit the revenue target, you simply work backward to figure out how many leads, appointments, and closed deals are needed to get there. And don't forget about the lifetime value of a client, which can be higher in some industries compared to others. In real estate, the transaction might be more like a one-off thing, but in other industries, there could be a repeat business or upsells. The principles I'm discussing here apply to a wide range of industries, but real estate is a great example because it's straightforward. You have an average GCI per listing, and you know how many listings you need to hit your target. For other industries, the numbers might look a little different, but the underlying approach is the same. We've seen this system work not just in affluent areas but across the board, no matter where our clients are located. Even if they're at the lower end of the spectrum, the process still works. The key is understanding your average GCI, implementing strong systems, and nurturing leads properly to ensure you're converting at a very high rate. So, in conclusion, the process of growing from $10,000 to $40,000 or more in GCI is really quite simple once you break it down. By reverse engineering the metrics, setting up proper systems, and leveraging multiple acquisition channels, you can consistently bring in high quality leads and hit your revenue goals. It's a strategy that works for real estate and can easily be adapted to other industries as well. So I hope you find this video helpful. Take care and good luck implementing these strategies. Thank you.